Yes, afoe matektual daraweng matika nanwa. Luani Tony Areo aka Mr. Twa mana ye into deep promotions. Eneno matin atieki Kiddy face. Yeah, watigi lok ma Paul tutual mumer wanywari chini ni omera.
Ati mabew.
Afoe nini?
Afoe.
It is smart madong pelare.
Warubu kumeno, warubu.
You're looking great.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Intining.
Anati mabew ma.
Kemot kong fans.
Yes, fans ma mega morun weng. Foyo me kwanyo kare. Mi beru kaneno wa into deep promotion.
Jem Paul tika time maganu uyape ki energy matektual down tika watu way left and right. Shi po ngeo tungbori jeme netini ni jem manyen tie pi fans nyo lo ngoma be meti kere pi fans megi mati wa Kenya.
Well, amero afo fans odojo mwaka 2026 uchake wa dolo dog politics uchero karo ma kumberi chawani machalo industry wadugu chen kachako neno yuango ma watwero timo our usual business machalo lugojo nyolo galwang. Yeah, so an machalo lewe, an machalo producer, an machalo chowe adugu atie ma kumberi chawani kai chako winye yamo winye products ma mega mugumada goyo gimi chako temwaka palo we mo kana bene la bole watike wekewa pa okeng bon town ma a berge car me producing a berge car me choire be producing.
Okay.
Yes. And then we pa Winnie Windsor manyan la kubukuma liara de dak luoni koyongich. Koyongich is a brand new song written by myself and produced by myself. Ikena kenyo bena kate ke wera manyan makiluoni mong. Giteme ke kero gi weng minyang ama anaberu. Giteme ke riego gi weng minyang teko natika kwere. Nyang style lao ngayogi. Nyang kira beno ngayogi. Aha, nyang kwa nao ngayogi. Aha, munga beno ngayogi. Aha. Yeah. So ati ke we magiluoni mong is a very beautiful song. Ma actually akwanyo ke concept biblical concept nyiglok mati Bible ma lok parba wachi wani lok parba wachi wani luba mini wa lagamwa malupe ki mong mati chwinywa. Okay, and then ki kit me ko bena kita wano ko kere ko wati machalo mong dano ramo nenni ramo kwano in from the outer cover of your appearance. Wero la bol man me charlo wajani don't judge a book by the cover. Yeah, so ko wa anything mong is a mystery. Chamo kana wakaro ke challenges maduong, wakaro ke lweny mapol, opportunity mogo mano mier ininong, chamo kene forces me wilobuni, dragging here and there. At the end of the day, pay no jemi bino keta mier bin kwere. But ka inikero chwinyi omot, you better focus, you are determined, you better patient, inoni jemi duju mala chweji yu piri inino. So mong me kuoni is a mystery, malobo peramo niyang tiago, eto un kilo ba, aye unu tuwerongo. Uno tiwar niya. Peti ngate moy kan maramo gengo. Gum patwa opportunity matwa miro nong la bole polkare. Ana miro amaro wachone ni. Kachalo un motie you me online promotion. Yen peti kene Mr. Twa. Tike megini kilo megini mo kana magenge team the same business there, you are in the same industry. But ingiu chamo kana one down by one yela. Kawana ni Mr. Twa ka no opportunity ni eni obe progressing o matek da pian yere wie kwere wa yele matek no mier wa dual tian cho wa go cho gwara
ke dok cho ping
ka wek po no ngini chan pian nyeri ena dam metie wala tin lim manok nok ma en mako ni cho ti ka progressing ke matek ti don kama dirti chane cho mako du be ti meni ning eri dere wa so kay winye wene ana wajo ni gi yele me kwanyo nya okay contract piano neno uno dul moni chama gitia miro miyo opportunity gidane guno ne twa bere ngo ti ngara chiel ma kay bini Northern Uganda ke me promotion nye pe karna mario ba kage chako kwana kapo be na chiel chimu nye be biri na mario eto be wai no nyeri ka o kuja mugu dak ko ni ke binano ke kwirne ni ke be wa ena dok be ber la ring leader wa. So gira mira wa team wa go tiana gwa. Gubi yenyu you mo can me blotting out your name. And then surprisingly pian in kikiri integrity ni dogi ngey ken me business ene. Kara no from another source dok mini connection no. Kichiro do we mecha kuja kama discussion we biacha artu ye kinano inda tie. We nyeri no wan wa we odo. Dako o kai ni. Iti there we. So we re gum palo ba pege piemu. Yabo dogola kama dano pe viejo. Yiramu lueny tamne lueny Mr. Twa po nongin money. Yiramu diverting and ki ka ene atno etika redirecting his path into the right path. You are redirecting his feet into the right path. It in anyway. You know that Mr. Twa kono. I gave an example, but okay, if I can give you an example. By the way, Pangyoka Wipo Imwaramo was it 2023, 2024? Maluwe Cherry State House. Yes. Genuino team. Actually, this song, I got inspired from that event. And Mwaka number one was Cherry State House. Minister mo mikumalami Uganda kanyo go na chim. Udiko cha ngwen. Mu go na chim. Why Kiddy face? Ingeo ana maru we ni matek. Dong yak pala dit lobo Natasha. Uyabo Foundation mamege. Makiluoni Heritage Foundation. Tika mercherka launching officially. Ini ano dwe apara chiel. Dong ana mere inibedla we chiel kenjo magobe chiero UPN. Piana na maru kit mayini timo kere weni mon en mir palo bahani. We on ya no guru kwa na mada. Foy matek mama foy matek. Dong Umiero, we should help me identify a few other artists. My noni gengetie Dharma Genyang. Dharma Pegichero Lewi wa. We are sharing their credentials. We are reaching out bodge. We are no unuchiru ka winyo album launch Enomi Foundation. Anyway ka kumana yela pe. Ini ando ke Dharma beru ke ngera nga ge chao choi nying nyera waka wobe. Submitting nyingo. To what after 2 days, we chao nong messages. Me confirmation. Ma wache ke inviting un kwere State House. Uchire message one ka yini dogate kuja dong. Yini nyura. Iri na na wayo. Nong ka yini message they will allow you to enter. Now andong within 2 days message ape aya Dharma ana recommending nyingine man biru bara yakiri indi no message awe ampa no anda no ngari biru bara indi no awe atpuri awe ngwati tive so and keto men wa mo wa ni jono lwenyi ko wa ngo wa mala re so anda ngeni mane ni ngwara gino modong pe kala tue do yoboni food pe kara na mi beri opportunity makuman is okay, I will wait. But again, surprisingly, about 3 months before that event, minister ni no pia go na chim 3 months before, I have a friend of mine Magilonye Steve. Steve the word now is based in Kampala. Tika running media company Magiloni Atoa Media. Yen Steve. He's a great friend to Natasha. In a way, but the nyak pala dir logo. Actually, a first family Steve Beruachi a son. So he was my long-time friend. So a karma and go on a team 3 months before. Wachi Kiddy, I am working on a 12 album songs. In this album, I want to involve you from Acholi sub-region. Amera involving Maros K-Lounge. Yeah. Now I want you to write a song and produce it, sing. But this song is going to be part of my album. Okay? I produced one song. He was so impressed. I wrote another 2 songs. More 2 songs. Producing Where Dekene. The guy was so happy. He paid me one year. And then, of course, I thought that deal was done. And then, to my dismay, within that same week, go and watch him, me worry State House. Steve go and watch Kiddy. Niano do aboro, Amero in Kampala. In Kampala, we are going to do rehearsals for our songs. and we are going to perform it at State House. Machalo Band. It in anywhere. So National Theatre in the Boro wa make where wa timu riazo ni pa wa timu riazo then in the par chelo cherkwe is State House ka performing album mamegwayani. We shall have the listening party in State House. Wachi Steve. Okay, kakumena yela pe but there is contradiction here. La ping na pinge kany minister mo ntia go chimti arwelwe. Ni there is going to be a foundation launch. Heritage Foundation panyapa la dirlogo State House ni ndo apara chel, and here you are also telling me there is album listening party in ndo apara chel. Now which one is which? Is it the same event? Steve go kum yanu enu kum mera enu mo kum yana enu me wano team album yere. Yes, okay kakumena yele pe but luwe mu kan again go no invitation and pa no. How am I going to access the place now? Don't worry. You are part of my team. You are part of the album already. So there is no need to be invited. Instead, you know, inviting Joe. So, Joe, you could have no go could tap. So, Andong ayu pe mawa chair one Steve ge wadonyo mero inyo Steve dong kuja kinyo and those officers wang my magigingyo cho ayen are you with ayen? Yes kiyen wa wadonya magidonya ma wadonyo ki chair ke gwa America mot machalo luwe pe album meno ke gwa mo be umegi wa mukana ke kangu chiaro watiki easy ge K Dada ge Zion ge Janet Priska ge watiki Luwe Mapol which are Judas rap knowledge ge Luwe Mapol go chiaro bere for the listening party. So wandong cha madong performance dong choke kwani madong ke kerwai backstage you know. So dong madong ke luo Steve bin come and take over where let's launch the album. Jen mokel wakany Steve gamu microphone Morodano chawaya. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to take this opportunity and welcome my brother, a man that I have known for long, so talented, so gifted, all the way from Gulu. With a chuli, put your hands together as we welcome Kiddy Face. Anyway. So chama anadonyo the 3 songs by Anna producing became the top songs in the album. It didn't anyway. Actually, Ning album was named after one of the songs that I produced.
Wow.
It didn't anyway. So, Enone is something that gave a milestone. But why actually? But somehow, kaineno more luenyo berutie matek. The minister was there dancing. Yoma dada keta performing kere umegi wa mo aki ya chuli yigu beru yoma dada for the performance that we delivered there. So I better kanano. Is this how God can be so good to his people? Bro. God can be so protective on your side. And mo ke goana gira chim innocently nige mero ter an State House from nowhere pa no message la bobala pada kingar mo. So icha madong kinana anda donyo wi abamwe umegi na muka ana dong ke kayinge ina achuli kinyoko man yere ba lu eta yero biro wero gini wen ma kono lu wore.
Oh, ina ka ber ka performing.
Ana yeda ka doje ka performing. An mano pege twala message kara do ke cher ka winyu album ana ya wero.
This is so nice. And you know, this thing happens in Kopa when I'm sure Dan Mapol are going to relate to the song. Even me, I have stories, exact stories like this to tell. But of course, any penny and omega, any omega. So, minimum take it wa Jimmy come win.
Yeah, so Mung Dana Mapol Genge, of course it is a song, it is first of its kind in my entire music career. Darong yuni ampol kare. Pa marwer we ma sounding kita koman. Jo kaya go chao bino on my DM. ni Kiddy ngamo chwero chunyi ngamo wow yimo wa ka ke weni but of course pa mier wacho ni ye wang ka no ni ye wang no we en no miero kart dong wa mwaka di ngech ma event no timeni but abedo pincha luoro be palo ba ke kijane chi aneno ngo ma otime kuona pe eno ni kende other stories ma tima duong man pa share ya ye pian anati kila kwiri chwiny mone ma ker ka geno mone ke timi koma marach. I am this kind of a person ma pa makolok ikuona pa makolok wa madama maro nganga ni yene chao keda ni pe
in pe makalo
ni yin keda ni pe wa yin pe chwinyi chwe ina na wayo pian ka yin ni angino mo manu ngar mo betraying ano timo Jimmy manu I have evidence eto I still meet you alo keri mabe angyo Jimmy ni we yin tamo mer ni lor to ke tamo ya pa ge gibo
ne ko mer wi
be wi ya ya ngini be beru loy lonyo ina na wayo be beru loy lonyo an keri ka an pa bed mabe kuoni lo ba ni tipi wan weng kere ka digiru man lo ba for be blessing yin iti na wayo so it is better ni umiara mari wek urutu ana berikin jo ma in bene kwano gini tan manu unywa ko tam mabejo I should leave my door open ka gino mo di imiero tam an amiri tam an ka gino mo di ya abino imina tam be beru loy lonyo iti na wayo so madam mamaro nganga kumeno ni an keda na pe we pa kejo but no angeyo Jimmy no weng machao dana be chamo ker chwinyi chwe but of course you choose the best way of resolving Jimmy which is peace and that is what I always do so karma bera neno te karma lo ban kwanya ke ye weng cha no ni umira kati ke we egini neno akati ke we eni we ugut ko pangar money chamo kena ngar money tika chane almost making a wrong decision mitimo gimo maraj me hatin ko pala war because no disappointing and in one way or the other so ka sharing experience ma mega kede ki kitaw maluba utime kuona ni wokete kar eguni pe beru lagen wero en benedio chwinye making up the right decision me ko kede bet ka karte ko mata it in any way yeah so I basically intentionally decided to bring out this song where I encouraging harmony ni pe yana tika worte kare ne kene dano ma pon tika karte kar man tika kare yene yeah and then
okay
yeah
now kawa nano kita industry Jimmy tia word kere a lot of things have been happening and angeni ololo kari adek mo tie mano tichwini kenyo
yes
mano be inone me ki what do ni ye kom ngomano tika time industry so
yeah
di bati
ka kwanchi you yeah well industry mamegwa watie a season madon kilwoni post political season wakaro ki karma piu beru liet adada division is beru duong in the music industry in regards to keta politic uberu kater ki wan kwede jomo kane yom jomo kane chunygu chwe kom lu wodgi chamo kane no chako Jimmy ka chiel eto potum ka chiel chamo kane no la remi ma no igeno madau disappointing in one way or the other. This is because one again when we are responsible people ma watika running after opportunities where kuono doing we mecha pangara chiel I don't blame anybody for that, but at the end of the day we are brothers and sisters wakaro ke politics wabino wadonyo karma everybody is now trying to gather themselves back to the normal musical business kita entertainment pol kar wan watimo kede however Jim mapod no ingeo transiting from one stage to another stage me politics it takes also political engagement we are in transiting to another stage of life. We are kawanano drama mugumu berekatime. We looked at the story of Judah, Rap Knowledge, and Honorable Liliana Bear. Yeah, ma ingini no that yamamon we politics no for tia dano. So Judah ukate merke loke macharo kita latina wubi tamu kere tam ke kita en ka gimono uyomo iye onyo chwere iye chikate ben ke tam. So en ukate merke tam ya anba an ka no yang kong ba konya anu kong la be mon macharo honorable be Lilian. No dong no pe ona tumo. Kon en kong no loke kong kita ke timu kere mege education kombeti korongo. You understand? And I believe he was also looking at his level of education, Machalo and Judas, and Peti Omarate Twal, Peti Omarate Twal, compared to Nyeri Chani, Eto, Chamukan no Berga Cock, Cocoman, my way, Andong no more, Nomarai Kera Cock, Piane, and you get Jack Pala walk. Yeah, so, one honorable boss me go team, Ubino Gamu Lokio. So mo gamo loko okay can Judas get a bed honorable bear udugu pa Judas get a boss make so jovene ubero America ubero so contagious ubeka escalating kumeno mano karo ki mege kingi kenyo do kaneno Batman solo do gene gere jeli jige dul palawe magi tiga nyoto chwe chwinge comme honorable Lanya Gilbert. So ibinoni down to get them transitioning from the political arena into the musical business arena, but not the politics footing more yeah, so enoni marje matime. However, genma neno utima capturing my attention mata kana ye lokpa Badman sologe kilo tiano wobe ma megwa magen furudonye industry nyen magen go berkatike Olanya Gilbert. By the way, I'm one of the artists ma atiu ke Olanya Gilbert. Paul Kara atiu ko Olanya Gilbert. Lua goy moy mutakana, of course me agimone manak I go and support him. Machalo dano ma mi achela mar kakana kidong on a friendly basis also. Pian Olanya Gilbert is actually a very good friend to the music industry. That's one thing. Mungar mama tware denying pere. Leave alone the political affiliation on your Logme party on your konongo gini. Olanya Gilbert as an individual is someone ma accessing and yot it luwe loyo la tela mo ke ken. I'm not saying ni lo tela mo ken accessing ente. But Megadog is exceptional. Exceptional. Olanya ini ramu go chim udiko ma gwak no fotiga neno. Kau missing koli dua ko chot kau cho. Kau dua ko jal omera jal wane kere walunge big bro younger bro. Younger bro missing koli do iti mabe ngobe. Iti ko beri. Kino ko bino gangdo. Ringo di bin gang wa marcha yo kong. Inyo bedal wan kong miro kong go plan mo kong. You know, so this is the kind of a leader ma is down to earth. It in anywhere. Genma pa maro ena ye approach ma ladit Badman solo. Machal dan madit and a leader who has experience, has been in the music industry. O misleading, no miro eno guiding lutiano awobe ma for good danya manyan. Because malo Michero kabero iwang kamera yako chako pidu ni pidu banya bagian ma uno team agreement behind the camera is something ma analuni a very deadly mistake. Pian yes ini ramo berni point ma megi ma unit beru ka articulating onyo tien lok ma okelo ini wang kamera ni tika kare ento wang kamera yo no petie the right place to exhaust to solve the problem. Pian agreement ma timo individually. I believe ni either personal assistant pa Olanya Gilbert Lanya Gilbert ene yo kupe kiri directly individually peke goyo machalo dul. Now the influence pa dul me kwanyo in me bino ka beri wang kamera no inalifying the beautiful relationship mano uno chako building on a personal basis oko ke dano madiet kong bajal amero dano nen jemi egin mapia wa chako loko business watiki capital me chako business yedwong mano currency ne tiedul mapat one mer polkar wangeo currency wangeo dollar wangeo shillings eto there is what they call integrity currency. Integrity currency ena yiti currency ma pe fading benepeto eni winyune pound welo dok dollar welo dok kono chiane kunyone kono miteke integrity gak makumeno gak marom iti nana we nying mabe ka ini building we wilo bungi kede ni latini ene ba ka ana timo contract kede ci dij mo ci rodio an pa chulo en as per the agreed time ubeniang enoni is already a win on your side. Integrity ena yiti currency mape fading in a sense ni kede ka chente pay jeba ni in payron burke ka wilo bugeni machalo Mr. Twa wangini information ma Mr. Twa chwala wako is confirmed. There is nothing like gopa moye onyoni a concocted story onyoni ki fabricating ento log matwa wajo we can bank on. That's why we have a website mo kana tie why kit me kwan why gang kwan machalo wano teno kwan tie information mo kana ki weche ni reference ne no ke kwene source no ke kwene source mo kana pege gano kai wa ya no ke Facebook
Facebook man
Facebook ke obero channel pa nga platform pa nga itine anyway there are others which are recognized ki mo kana they are not recognized. That comes through the currency of integrity. Bien integrity value ne don meta mera beru chala value mengom kita yini mete kerke kwa ki ada ki beru dharma mule ma socializing social network ma megi expanding kumeno iti nana we iron bedi pe chente tiene yani eto ke tiga neki bien wa mi la bole chala kumbe chane wati actually in because staff ki management makan gendongi ngeo in you have built that social connection with that integral value. They will allow you to come and eat without paying. Why? Because they trust me you will come and pay later. Now you pick any random person may know tika Water Street kind obien obien front desk when you chere restaurant che opay ni an kay tiga neka anya ABCD okonya ka cham ja bira chula chen inen ka ye iti anyway
atini
that is what they call integrity currency chen pay jeba dollar pere eto anabi chamu chen pay jeba because am Kiddy face ke geno nyao a cher walera a penyu hotel moy ken awajal uyena wa kabure diko no chen odonyi chima network tika yela they will accept because they know Kiddy face is not a liar. He's not this kind of a person ma ka loke la weird in the next minutes it in anyway. So back to the issue of omega na omega na mago beri wan kamera eni dong tamana mera mi botu an pa mero ni o wek yuera o lokun uno ngeu lo tieno pa nga ma uno bedo kachiel ngara chiel doke in their closet beri dol chiyo ichak tam wachi an abera nga level me kwana tiga kwene business ango ma twero timo ka dong music business pere apparently kidong be proud of yourself in a sense ni uluto lo bawo ye ni woke mich ma okere ye in ma ena ye weni pian bible wajo ni lo ba weko tiyo ki mich ma megwa mati ye wan che nyuru wan bot kings unyo luke madon mi lobo ni luke madoni dano chalo lanya gel barge dano makai luo nye wi lobo ni no ke ngeyo Dano ma can recommend you for a bigger business. Kere beri en po beri ki kero me mini business. Dano ma kay luo nyingi alone can set you free. Mano en be po over ngeri.
Can open doors.
Can open doors for you. Iti nana way. Follow bani make mani ukelo in ingeyo dano chalo Lanya Gilbert. You even have his contact number. You can freely communicate with him. Not every artist down in the village or somewhere there has that opportunity. They are crying for such opportunity. They were meeting Dana Makumeno. Now, ka indo chao blasting Dana Makumeno on the camera. Ining you Dana di magen gigero Dana ma yini tika cha ni. Dana ma yini tika lanyo nyeni. Ining you lo politicians adi kere way kin mugu ma yini way ni ngari chul dano ngari kono wil mutaka kanga ngari kono timongo. These are people ma they have the same language with those of Lanya Gilbert. Down Madon, they discuss national issues. They handle a lot of things, and they will understand me. Kaolanya unogwa food pochulo John Watin. I think is going through ABCD. Machalo payako. Machalo politicians, they have those common mutual issues. Mano chamo kena geni ay kenge. It will also trigger them to fear you. Not only iramu tamani ti chelo kira bulu wa ina chelo te dege pangari. Iramu tamani tika chelo te dege pa Lanya Gilbert. No tika chelo te dege ni keni pian la telamoni ubiluoro ti kerio because inyuru kirio. Inyuru ni iridan ma pegene agreement mo timi kinu na rio ebiro kalano la wori wi yam. That is immaturity. You are going to miss what they call social network connection. It in anyway. Recommendation ma Paul ubechaku missing. Well, I want to commend Dan Machalo Kamuz. Dan Machalo Nyeri and Puma. Kasid Puma. Kitu kati kerigi loke. Kira wairi la tien palachan winyu phone ki bader. O kerigi lok meri ya waini angera kakara pe music eni for pa mero balone. In way. Chia mera mi tambor megina one wa maru matagada. One, we have been in this music industry. Like me, I've been in this music industry from 2006 up to today. In one way or the other, I may not be on top. But dano manu tika karke chia ma building gen chamo ken ke tam kiri ene ke kan ma mini ni don kuman team kuman word kuman team kuman pay way lyrics ene team kuman tie ma gen ke tika ruling the industry. Why? Because we have that experience. When experience is the best teacher. It in anyway. Ngarmatike experience pe PM kere. Pian ka ini cha PM ngarmatike experience obinero ni buma yang ana lurut yana wilu iyeni tika cha ke wumu wiya wuma. Donc ka ini ngarmatike experience po bi wote ni buti kenyu. It in anyway. So I'm a very good brother to all of you. And ani odako chieno chak ngene piu kanu. Nge ngo ma yini mer ma chal ngara chele wo en madano wolo mu ko ni pekoni kono yer kono juma gi kono timo ngo kono ngao timo ngo yano ni mere a wo ma no mer for a short time but this industry is here to stay and for the period ma in be the industry and is determined by how you will handle the industry kijo magen go be ma yini no gi ye integrity. Currency me integrity pera ta kada chi to my brother Badman Solo amera lokere eno mera anangeyo en chon angeyo efforts ma mege ma eno kero in the music industry e kara make skylight promotion okelo dan ma pol okelo we ma pol ma uno tika timo maber twal but currently aneno I think excitement kedong bene lim we did lim yiro gok dano ento lim chamo kane Bible wajo ni lim makape tiu kia daye mi mako lim eno ne po be were ne kwanyo ka ruako wi dogla buo kado ruako wi dogla buo chi andong ruenyo wi ka dong ti we dogla buo makejo ne ngoti me
kaya ngwan
dong yini da ko de chi amera waj ki Badman Solo ni enti dan ma dira deda dok lok mugu matie ma karo on his YouTube channel ma enti ka karo kede yam cham ke popore ke ketano wan wa ngeyo en kede is not illiterate ba ti dan mo kwano mara ngeyo if I've not mistaken then he's a university graduate in an way but kita chamo kene loko kede pe nyuro ngech mamege at least we are considering ni statement mo ke kan man bicher ka making e kom dano malwak geno la tela madit a doctor ngat ma ke luni doctor magetimo acquiring by level me kwan bajal en ne pe dano matidi chi lik total machala in latina chuli mai dit why mo gani why industry ken metela why kit me kwan ono popore in wachi il baro la yin wa bi kero yin ping wa jwaro duri that is undermining somebody's integrity. Actually it is unlawful for you to devalue someone publicly down make war. It is so unlawful. Kay yin waji nga mani ana bi kero yin ping bi jwaro duri people will begin to look at 11 security. They will begin to investigate the rationale. The rationale means the background of ngomatika mini the audacity me chaka wacho ni ibi jwaro du dan ma dir kumeno ni iti neno we it is just ke bineno ni pero ke bineno solo yo lo ke bineno ngato mo tiga tiki solo me chero ka instigating violence e kom dano of a great caliber iti neno we chi ya gikene pa wa ni ngar mo tiga tikiri chamo kana no pe nge ni uno genero ni tiku meno but one watiki jemi logme security watiki freedom samara madek freedom from wants, freedom from fear, ke freedom from integrity padano itina no we owero kere wa daro make mako imabuj food ke mio ire dek chamo piano no ne tuerne dar ma ke mabuj fut ke ye ni o lok kiloya ne eno ni freedom yo me war inano ti mera waj ko menwa ni scale down in one of his video mana na no take so extreme. I also commented why ni scale down your speed pen. We have never known him for that, and I believe he can do better. There is always a diplomatic approach of communication. Ma yiniramo passing out your dissatisfaction, but not madit ma iringe bene dan madit dak niang. You don't reaching out to end. You mau pore chiki timu jimi amicably labo binu ka moyo ne wakai yamo ni an kuman. Pierre ya gikene obinen chalo in itika chato yamo ni wari inen chalo yin dan mabe onyo itika yenyo followers no pay tika yenyo ngo resolution of permone manongo no tie yeah so ya gikene it still comes back to the currency of integrity makere ga diri maya di pay ki chena mera solo onyo megina un mo kene kere ko pay ki chene currency mi integrity obe konyo un sustaining un it is the most sustainable currency ma wan watikere ikwo padano we wilogolo enano
now from my log any there's a lot that you've said
yes
ma kere wangarati wakunu nani ya jemogo pere technique you need to calm down ka excitement la mal whatever now it brings me to this question still on that. Although now it's not going to be about parties money and earning. This is now just reality. Yeah. Is it indiscipline for ngarmo me penyu chenene nyo penyu pichul pitikmano anotiv. Regardless of ketano penyu kere. Is it wrong for ngarumo? Is it indiscipline? For someone to ask for chul mameke kauri tutwa.
It is not an indisciplined practice to ask for your pay. Kaitiu teach pangar money. Okay? But in an event mai nen ipenyo ngat enoni yo ma muol che en petika responding we have the legal entity magen getie in place for example approach mano dano machalo badman solo piana antika bino from the perspective of leadership me work and antika wacho ni work the way again geti under work so endo bino machalo la diet ge ka look on their behalf to demand for their money magen go to you their ad money now no kauno ati wa pa en machalo dano madiet uno I would issue a letter. Okay? I would issue a letter. Mano atika legoni, we should have a sitting. Kit machala waberu kere pen ya chaki make signing contract. Kita joni kiwaini gen giti ke contract. Waberu pen wa signing contract. Contract there is always do's and don'ts, and in case of failure section mawajani kadongat failing to comply. What are the legal processes? Mano one wabe kwanyo. I believe that section is there in the contract. It in anywhere. So, kadong ngar mono violating agreement or step ango magebe kwanyo. It should be well articulated in the contract. Mapedake yini chiel katimu gemo pe nge ni no pe kicho contract ne kade kwera chulu wache wabi chera yang. Wabi chera is Facebook ka tele dong TikTok. Of course it is not there. No enjoy warga wajani malupe ki contract ma megwa ma unu bedo kere ke lotiano the way igini weng magen ki subscribing under work and machalo won kom ma dit me work atika luongo in ne omiera in responding loke any before this stipulated period of time. Failure to do this, we shall proceed with this to follow what has been stated section mengo may violation chan mano beruti ni wabi kwanyo maybe a legal process. There should be a very big company in your association chalo work should be having a legal entity. It in anyway lawyer should be there. Mano guiding gen kitamior gen go dock Germany way. But by the look of things looks like they don't even have a lawyer because kano lawyer enone tie round beruti no lawyer ene pikiti utilizing ngej mamege. It in anyway. So no ke luo mere chwala me warga bor Gilbert. I believe Gilbert be tigi lawyer. Kadong jem maudunga. Chike winye, chike ne anu me resolving matter ni ene. Ka failing, they can go ahead to court. It in anyway. They can go ahead to court and then resolve this matter. Kadong lawyer ngati yene endong meeting penalties manoke mi no mi team. Eno ni yana yo ma ngate mo perang blaming ni yuna yelu anyi koma ko team ngo, but it is something that has been put in agreement prior during the contract. It is not, in conclusion, it is not a bad point of action.
How are you asking?
How are you asking? Is something maramo instigating a kemo ge chungan money ramo balwa kate lutiana wobinio no ma I believe right now kape Gilbaro neno machalo la nyoro unyo machalo la tela he will never work with this artist again. Bien le madongo chero kere wiyamo don popore. Pe Gilbert can a lot of other leaders will fear to work with this artist. It in anyway. So maka amno ati ngarachi ele ken jone uno genabe kwoti mane ene mirka da adugi yama kwa akija bor Gilbert. Because I believe it was not their own ideology. It was influenced by someone. Ni binti mokuma. Maka ke chao investigating bi no ni lotiana wubini guchero innocently microphone without knowing ni gen mati at the background of ngarno influencing gen me bin ka lori yamani is something bigger beyond them. It has a lot to do with political interest. It in anyway. So I don't blame these brothers of ours. They should never accept to be pushed to do things. Mano is beyond what they understand. Yeah.
Now, walok maduong. As we get to conclude, message ango matikere bodano matiana no.
Yeah, message ma anatikwere and ni industry me Northern Uganda entertainment industry has really grown. I am so happy pian kai nano kube chane chukpa we ma aki chiandong pere bor wakany and ibi noni chul bedong kita ki chulu kere ki entertainers mamegwa ulaqero at least you can hear ni la we money dong tika signing million million ariyo million million when this is something mo no binwa winya iti na way nyurni one machalo industry me entertainment kumalmi Uganda we are really working hard and then I want to commend and appreciate media houses machalo into the promotion ki umigi wa mokena ni weng we are really doing great job by the way many anoni wa marketing products ma megwa karo wa ko beri chawo ni ma logo ni when it comes to culture our culture has been sold I think in entire Africa kaka tekwaro mi one machalo luo is dominating it in anywhere so enoni genmana noni it's a very big achievement inoni ka achika composing ichere you go to my YouTube channel winyu ngan mo wa ana ake Ghana eto pange wa lepien eta maru kito untim ke jemo an ko be chana tika neno wa Nigeria atika neno gini from Botswana kona titim you understand so inoni our culture ki effort ma wan watia kerne kan is pushing us beyond the border mana genati ne music ma megwa tika down don gina ana miero ne a leg umegi wa kilo megi wa ma chamo kene kit me career ma megwa kera wadonyo kwa chao kene ke we mugumano is kind of indecent. It's about time you begin to pull yourself out of that cycle and begin to rebrand yourself using the platform I don't mini be chana indi ngene at least be don't chana money to you know chakert dong machalo dano ma mero beru la leo idi kalpa chuli bien eventually one day we have been in the industry for long but people big man
there's time for everything.
There's time for everything. And only any gena mi one when wa ye mi opportunity bodlo we mango manyen mageti ga bieno. Wa guiding again. Ki gena chel maram wa jene ni one machalo we madon ma wari industry. Wa we go beru lo nyeko. Wa we go beru lo nyeko me beraria enyim lo teno mateno magen geti ga tim jem mabejo. Ka ngara te tim jem mabe for en. Nyurte beno ni unity ga tim mabe ko ber chawane. Being a producer, being la way, being la team for ye ni team gonna be pay bed la gang. It in anyway. It's because this is stemming from mistakes mugumano one watim macharo one the way ma. Amera watching kama leng ni kilo way muguma don ma one wabinu ke koge. Mauno waneno ge chalo role model. But Kumberichani, I'm not afraid to say that they are no longer our role models. For that a period of time money pian we no gitika where we ma beje magen ge inspiring one me ber chalo gen go where e kare oni e kare ma one wa o level ma chalo kamano geti yeni we expected them to have been much better than kita go be chani waneno ge kere when it comes to the issue of family establishment you know la we ma dit mano ini wara no miero bet ki family mano gordo gangti ma be gangti ma dit ki waro i di city kan ke ti woro ki chime wayne nen grofa chane mega ngari cha eto ko beri chawa ni gene ni peke wan jo kenen madok wa bino ene dok wa tiga chakko wumu mes palo we ma yang no nying ma rejo ma yang ke wa dong ni luwe lo mon luwe lo mer luwe lo timngo jemi egini weng watika luwen mitem wumu ne beru chalo wa wumu cher ke kweyo iti nana we iti wumu ne wek dong da we luwe dong te dar ma be ma da luwe te responsible era en ngar chama dit manu ke wona e dok binu kweyo kweyo ni kar cher ngwe cher tu iti nana we
now on that same regard same issue ni any
yes
la we mo wa beri ka choke money eno katebe kitame was it now Luwe mogomu inspiring again who have laid the foundation for them where ginong giti kama giti yeni.
Yes.
He's also not happy seeing them comfortable kama giti ye.
Exactly.
So entia wachi luwe egini dong kalare umergu bet international unyokape international umerdong pegu beri level eni magin giti yeni because if they are still struggling kama giti yeni enini then it's also not going to be easy for them because ginong gimete gi feeling kan jo mukene mutelo you igeni they should start doing bigger things and leave this space for them.
Exactly.
Yeah, so what can you say about that as you conclude?
as we conclude, and I concur with Tampa Laweni and Omolokon. Yani neno an mafura cha we cha no ro the urge mati kere for the industry tie me yuek we ke nena ni star makate karje we nan Kiddy Festa yo mo chunya makonye pe iti nena we bare karma ana yuek ko ano ni yuega has become a burden iti nena we a burden in a sense ni ka giri mo pere yuega ni konye pere iti nena we donc ko beri chawani gina an I encourage luwe ma wan wa chaw ke gi chon beru ka jenye in you are a legend you are a star kuni go hit songs is no longer relevant kere ka dong pay go hit song what will make a difference in kila we manyen kasit po magela wo ma ya fut go bina ko pe go yer they are the superstars maka go donye we bam ko beri chane gi umiu iti nana we yo now what will make tell me ngoma be we ko kasit po ma worry war chala an Kiddy Festa ne first of all integral currents integrity mana ane wa logo yeni beru la nyuri maka ubinu bori ini bi logo ke ma chala nyuri ar pe logo chalo ngat ma piem ke da piema bed ma chala nyuri mai mine ka beru ci wayla ten win ko man woto man me ario inspiring and at least you should have like a home where your children gen ge beru magnen wayne oh an kara mera ti mata ka bed chalo ngari nen we mo wer pe mo akani wen ko beri chana tiki ganne iti nena wayo ti wor ki motaka aya pini motaka is something money is of a great value but those are some of the things mabino with the assignment necessities mabino kidon ka inde o at a certain level not only that kinen kon family ni itika raising ni ning lutino ni tika don ni ning at the in school kitika kwan mani ning min daguni kianga gi ka geneno tano nen kita no ini tika shaping ke family ni eno ene gina shaping lo tien wa megwa we ko mbiri chane I'm not surprised kalo we manyen magen ge bieno ni ko ni go be chako pie ka wero le mu ma radio ka la ko mon mu timo jimi mu mano penyoro good moro I'm not surprised is because one machalo we madon we are stuck ilong me yuera iti nen we are stuck ilong me yuera makun merwa workspace me yuera ke lo we gini we gen ben go nen after yuera ngo ano ngoma a gato a team gina ko man well kiri ka dire ma ye bedo bajal akemo pedo mari tila kori chue chuin mo ma ini bedo kere mer bedo mano i deg dong dana ka dega pe mistake gor ni ma yina ye timo for a very long time e bedo yuera for a very long time eto ilago duga kemo e mere onye kum lu we ma nyen magen ge furu bina goro ni you had all the opportunity you had all the money you had all these things but you have not even built for yourself akemo ni wengde dwa kom lu we mu yek pienti ka ride mi yenyo space where in ben for ti chena moy karne it is no longer your time
space you amado mirre bet pe
madong mire pe ye by now no dong mire chak local businesses madong chak waro jimi ni mu ki China Dubai ngo du kanti mu jimi igini weng projects era inde loko gi icho proposals madong e boli we mecha ikupe kilo tela wa igi man ma politicians mu madong igini the generals aranga gi igini itina way ichiro with proposals mano tie well professionally articulated mano issues mainane ginen ka projects maga kele ku malama Uganda be dogang iti nana wayo eto inoni in lat era maditi madong do anwa wori ni legend e kono ngongone e chero do fut ka dang ha kimi chene wa e kono kitim ngo without even a paperwork what's the difference between you and Kasit Puma what's the difference between you and Winnie Windsor iti nana wayo that is the biggest problem I want to take in the music industry. We are ample kara if I'm going to conclude ni let us accept ni when ot mo iken ma ini donye ye o mier kat wako kamo iken kirika ini donye gang kwano miero e kwan e graduate e kat wako wadonye lobuni wa aki each wadonye lobuni eventually with time o miero wakato wako through it in anyway these are things ma it is natural whether you like it or not it will eventually happen in your life it is better for you not to exit by nature prepare your exiting mayi yom ainano to mu kera gi or yari jo ke to ki twana ke mo o ki twana ke mo ma konye pe si jo mu kera ma gen go tiyo planning ko gi mabe go ye ni we lo woro command talk stress ino mer ngamo no berweti aboko lokili kwayo ne mako ching la kwayo kire time charo ni na to kit won kuj mo makonyo bepe ero in mighty matatani wipon latin luk mo no fut peti o loke kacha ngo iti agweja tai wai anka o bodo ba ku ya mo be jola ki kuritima ni keriko so people fear to accept the truth, and that is where our biggest problem is as an industry. Let's give the opportunity to the young ones to grow. Wafunge yo mabe, pe wa misleading yan. Anta mo ni loka yan.
Ana foi, Matia.
Yeah.